to another episode of Ice Pop Powwows. Turn this way a little bit. Whew. So I got a little bit later of a start this morning on the run. Had to go to the dump first thing this morning. Had a whole bunch of trash and stuff that I've been collecting over the past 2 years. I've been doing home projects and stuff like that, and just made a big pile of it. I live on almost 3 acres, so I had the space and stuff, and I just basically got to a point where I was pretty much done with all my major projects and stuff like that, and decided to go ahead and get rid of all that. So I had a big trailer load of junk and old tile and concrete from redoing the bathrooms and old flooring and all kinds of stuff. So I had to go knock that out first, and then went and did the run. I could definitely say that I didn't think that motivation would kind of start dropping off, but I noticed I definitely like just getting up and going. It's as the day kind of goes on, I become less and less motivated to go work out or go run or do anything. So, but it had to be done, and that way I got that knocked out, and now I can do the rest of the stuff I have to do today. Cut grass and wash my truck and all that stuff. Just wanted to kind of take a second and touch on calling your friends when you think about them. You don't always have to have a reason to call somebody. You don't have to need something from them or anything. I mean, just if you think about them, just give them a call, man. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn-out conversation. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hey, how's it going, man? How are you? How's the kids? How's the family? How's work? Stuff like that. Just to touch base. I know it feels good when somebody calls you and says, hey, man, I was just thinking about you and wanted to call and check on you. So I did that this morning with one of my good friends from Florida, Keith. I don't know, he's been on my mind, and I hadn't talked to him in a few months, so gave him a ring, and he was doing good, and kids are doing good, job's good, all that. So that's the type of stuff that, I don't know, that's the feel-good stuff. That's the stuff that we need to focus more on, is calling our friends and our loved ones and just saying, hey, I was thinking about you. Wanted to check on you and make sure you're doing all right. I don't want nothing from you other than your happiness. I want you to be happy. So, yeah, man. Sucker's cold this morning. It got down to 55. Can definitely feel it. Changed out the water yesterday, so we got some clean water in here. Fresh ice. Still got a nice big old chunk floating around. Woo! Actually, on my run this morning, I actually didn't run at all. I just walked the entire thing. My hamstrings were feeling it this morning, so in lieu of injuring myself and not being able to run tomorrow or anything like that, I was just like, hey, I'll just power walk it, and I still finished it the same 3 miles. Normally takes me about 40 minutes between walking and running, and I think I did it in 47 minutes or 48 minutes, so just a little extra time to just walk. Eventually I'll get those mile times down and eventually be able to run it all. I've even thought, Brandon has a 20-pound weight vest. I even thought about eventually incorporating that in, throw a 20-pound weight vest on and add some resistance and keep chugging along and making the body strong. Yeah, man, I want to be able to play with my kids and run and jump and all the fun stuff that I've done in my life up to this point. I want to be able to keep doing those things. So I think it's important for anybody out there, even if you're not doing it for yourself, which I feel like you should be. I feel like we should all want to be better versions of ourselves every day, but if you got kids, do it for your kids or your wife or your friends, or if you need motivation to be better, and you can't do it for yourself or don't want to do it for yourself, find somebody that means something to you, and do it for them, so you can be around and not just there, but be around and be able to be active and have fun in those things. So yeah, we're 6 minutes in, so I'm gonna do the daily dunk, and it's cold this morning. Do our daily dunk, and then I'm gonna go get on some grass cutting and weed eating, and try not to have a heat stroke out in this Georgia heat. So I'll be uncomfortable the rest of the day, just on the opposite end of the spectrum. But anywho, stay uncomfortable, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I appreciate all the support. I'm glad I can get my story out there and just my thoughts. So I appreciate any of you that listen or watch. So till tomorrow, guys.